Hello guys. Hi. Hi. Very nice to have you with me today again. I really like these last videos that I make. Actually, I like them all, but I kind of like that I can manage to go with the flow, to like change a little bit the format that I make, and still be kind of consistent. If you miss role plays, please let me know in the comments, so I can have more motivation on doing it. And of course I'm thinking about it and I'm planning to do it, but it can speed up the process a little bit. So what I wanted to say is, like, I'm not sure why, sorry, my phone is here. I'm not sure why, but I'm dying of telling you that I have a new candle. I have already turned it on, light it up here, and it's a candle that I got at the Apple Festival. We had a huge festival of apples here in Cyprus. I haven't even imagined this big, like that it could be this big as it was. I've been at the festivals in the same village, like Christmas festival and some others. However, they were never as big as this one. I was really shocked. So there were a lot of like kiosks where locals would sell their production. Of course, there were like a bunch of different varieties of apples, of apple chips, apple jams, apple juices, apple desserts, all of it. Apple candles, although I didn't like the apple ones, and the one that I got is cherry and peach, and the smell is, it's really good. Oh, I can see it bubbles a little bit inside there. I really like the smell. It's kind of strong, but still it doesn't bother me, you know. I had a basil candle for some time in my room, and I really like it, but it feels like too much, you know, like to sit in the room with this candle is like it gives me a headache. So I got for myself this one, and I am very happy. About the performance art course that I told you before, we just have hit the second class out of 4. I did the first performance, and funny enough, I didn't have any feedback on my performance because yesterday we had a session for 2 hours, and at the same time I had a very nice I don't know, like occasion for myself. The short film that I was an assistant director of, that we filmed 2 years ago here in Cyprus, it got selected for the film festival here in Cyprus and also in many different European cities even before. And but it's exciting because we did it in Cyprus, and it was in Cyprus on the big screen. So I just spent like an hour at the performance art course, and then I like ran to the theater where it was to meet my friends, guys who I worked with, and to see our film. it was so exciting and so overwhelming. And the interesting thing is that um, it feels like I will never be able, or I think any of us will never be able to see this film as a film, because I know everything that happened behind the scenes. I know all, like every little detail, and I always remember it, and it's like nobody really knows the story behind, and this just this piece, it's, I want to say that, like, on emotional level, for me, the piece is less than what I had um, lived through while we were creating it, what kind of emotions we had, what kind of relations we have, what we built, what we created out of our energy altogether. So yeah, it was really, really nice. I really enjoyed it. This is a lid, a cap, a lid of the candle. Actually, another thing that I wanted to share, but this is really random, about my bag. Do you remember my bag? This one. So before I showed you what I had in here, and recently I started to have more things inside. I started to put more cosmetics, and I have my dental stuff in here. Dental stuff in here. I put a mascara. I have a new perfume. Sorry. And I also got myself a new keychain. I love it. Very nice quality and very nice picture here. So I got distracted. So what was happened is that I was closing the bag, and the clothes from the inside of the bag were always stuck inside this little, thing. So I kind of made a stitch from the inside on the both sides, so hopefully it won't happen again. I also made a lot of changes inside my table here. I brought back the big box, it calls letter box from IKEA, to put all of my notebooks and all of that stuff, because I felt like it should be here and in order. It took a lot of place from my table, but hopefully it will bring more structure into it, and I won't have as much chaos. So yeah, for the last 4 or 5 days, I had such a mess inside my room because I'm trying to decide of where I want to store stuff. So the way that room is almost the same as I showed you in the video where I was remaking it. I'm saying room, I mean my office. I changed the place where I put the table where I saw. I never did that, by the way, yet. Hopefully I will. And now I'm trying to just decide about the stuff that I should store in the cabinets and outside of the cabinets. Yeah, I haven't thought I'll go so deep inside this. What I wanted to discuss with you today is this beautiful book that I actually found while I was going around all of that storing things questions. I think I have never showed you this. I also, of course, found it in the thrift store. Very nice sound. So the book by Glen Baxter, I think we will see more inside. So what it says here, Glen Baxter, his life, the years of struggle, and a beautiful picture on the cover. Someone make this book as a present in July 1989. Okay, so let's see the back. After years of controversy and speculation, here at last is the unexpurgated chronicle of the early years of Glen Baxter. Here is a compelling and poignant tale of a young boy growing up in a terrifying landscape of deprivation, humiliation, and alliteration somewhere in the industrial north of England. It is a story of a courageous struggle against oppression and apathy, health and efficiency, and for the right to be wrong. To be honest, I didn't think that the mood of this book is kind of like that. Although I really like the book itself when I were like just surfing through it, because it has very beautiful images inside, and it's not written as a usual book like chapter by chapter. It just has like a visual and like a short text that would describe a moment or a feeling or a fact, and I really enjoyed it. So from the contents I can see that there's the arrival, the neighbors, the annual holiday, school days, relatives, the departure, and bibliography. show you the whole book, of course. But no, actually, I don't think I was like completely right. It still has a connection, meaning the text, it just goes along and it's not just like quotation or something. But there are really lots of different paintings that would accompany the text. So, for example, he's saying that my sister and I took turns with the household chores, and it was my sister's duty to assist my father with his dandruff problem. And here we have an image that is absolutely hyperbolization of it, because we have like a huge amount of dandruff, which is like impossible to have by a human being at once. So it's definitely a lot of hyperbolization. I don't know the synonym of this word in English, but it's windy outside. Can you hear it? Yeah. He explains how he had, for some reason, he has friendship with a police officer, and at some point he called him out and he was like, let's go, follow me, I will show you something. And he followed him into the garden and told him, this is where I keep my chewing gum. So sweet. I really like the paintings itself and the way they are created for so he explains that they were going to restaurants often as his father got promoted. So in this kind of context, he says, father would often send me to attract the attention of the waiter. And here we have the picture, which is, of course, it's not how it happened, but it's a very nice way to show how it was for him. Maybe that's how he felt it. smell of my new candle. So yeah, there is a school days. And he was trying to decide on what he can be when he grows up, I assume. And there's like a page where he says, my ambition of pursuing a career and in gardening was equally short-lived. And here's a painting where the plants died, obviously. But I love the painting itself. I love the color, how the yellow blends together with green very beautifully. Okay, so he's explaining about some relationship that he had. In the end, it's a very nice book, and it's not as overwhelming or sad as I thought it could be. It's more of like a drama, comedy, a hyperbolization scene. I should give it a try and read it through. I really like finding these kind of books in the charity shops and thrift stores. I really enjoy that it gives me a lot of pleasure, and that I really enjoy it, and that it's not for everyone and not everybody likes these kind of things. So I really like it. If you maybe can find it in the internet, I recommend you go through it. Okay guys, that's it for today. I hope you're doing well. Let me know about your travel place, and I see you very soon in the next video.